Hello everybody, my name is John Davis and I'm here to talk to you about child labor in America. Listen, this is no new topic. This is a topic that has been going on throughout the centuries, and every generation has really just built upon the previous generation's knowledge and understanding of this topic. So we're going to talk about the history, the issues, and the current viewpoint of this subject. So let's get into it. So first of all, we need to ask ourselves, what is child labor? And really, child labor is simply using them as a resource to get work accomplished. So say an employer needs a certain job done, they need, a farmer needs his field plowed or something like that, then they would simply, instead of using an adult, they would use a child. And this has happened throughout the years. It was not uncommon at all for families to have multiple children, 7, 8, 9 kids, to help them on the farm or to help them with their store throughout the years. So it wasn't immediately seen as an issue, and so that is really how it has changed over the years. So it's just using children as a resource to accomplish a given task. It can be hard, it can be strenuous, and it can not really be beneficial in helping the child develop. And that's really where child labor gets a bad rap, is many times over the years, children were put in unsafe circumstances and situations that they did not need to be in. It was not safe. It was a bad environment for them. And so some people say child labor is a complete no-no, but others say that it can be beneficial if it is used in moderation. All right, so also the history of child labor in America, like I said before, it hasn't always been seen as an issue, but over the years the awareness has been greatened, and especially at the beginning of the 20th century. But the reason for this mindset is because children have always worked. They've always helped their family on the farm. They'd always helped their family businesses and things like that. So it wasn't always seen as an issue. But when the Industrial Revolution hit, they were drawn off of their farms and family businesses and stores and into these mines and factories and coal and certain things like that. And that's really when you begin to see the issues take place around the Industrial Revolution. So here's the problem with child labor. The problem isn't teaching children how to work and work hard. The problem comes in is when they are put in unsafe circumstances and situations. For example, these children in these coal mines and factories were being overworked, underpaid, and just in bad working conditions. They were not being prepared for the future. They weren't getting a good education. They were just really being set up to fail in life because they did not have the necessary resources. There are even stories of children working their fingers to the bone in coal mines and factories just to help their families, because a lot of these children came from poor families, and so they were forced to work in these conditions just to help the family pay their bills and things like that. So like I said, the majority of these adolescents worked in mines, mills, and factories. But then there came a time for a reformation, and that happened when leaders and pioneers in this industry began to see the wrong and see what began to happen and what was happening to these children. Laws like the Fair Labor Standards Act was passed to place certain limitations on what children can and cannot do. And so they came on the scene, and we began to see a change take place. Some of the viewpoints on it today, of course, we know that it is wrong, and children should not be overworked and put in these types of circumstances, and that is why laws have been passed for today. We're not where we need to be, but I know that as we continue to move forward, that even more awareness will come as to what is the best situation for these children, what is the best environment for them to be in, so that they can thrive, but also learn good work ethic and determination and that sort of thing. So we see this happening in our society today. And as we move forward together, and we will continue to improve and just help the next generation build upon what has already been built. Thank you very much.